What up, everyone? This is Mr. Lord Dr. Professor Dark Joker here with another edition of Traditional Fans with Opinions, where I'll give my reviews for whoever I watched, read, or played today. And who are traditional fans with opinions? That is myself, and that is you, the viewers. With all that being said, on with the reviews. The beginning after the end, season 2, episode 4. So in this episode, so Jasmine is approached by a double A rank adventurer named Brawled, and basically for like some treasure hunt quest. And Arthur is concerned about Brawled being around Jasmine. Basically, I guess he has some sense about him, and which basically kind of has to do with. So we don't know what the treasure is, but so Jasmine talks to Reynolds about it. So when she and Arthur go to visit, the family, basically, Jasmine and Reynolds are wondering why Brawl's not using his party, but they deduce that it has to do with like there's probably some disagreement between them. And then you see Lucas at the guild hall talk about basically there's an issue to do some events like the guild is taking a lot more time vetting like quests so that so adventurers just don't get killed. And Shion, who's a servant of Lucas's father, tells Luke's about Brawl's quest, basically that it's an unauthorized quest, so the guild's not sponsoring it. Now the two guards are like, don't do it, don't do it. But Lucas agrees to go try to join Brawl's party. Now Shion possibly has some motives as to like some very dark motives as to what's going on. And so and then yeah, so Arthur does some training with with everyone else from like, Reynolds and Alice's party. And so, yeah, but then like after training's done, Arthur goes, basically is dragged along shopping with Alice and Eleanor. Basically, you have Eleanor's like things like her birthday's coming up, so like on shopping, and then yeah, so and then Tessia is concerned about not being able to see Arthur, then Faith and Vio like kind of tease her about it. And then like one of them sees Arthur and points him out, but Tessi's knows him because there's like a carriage blocking the way. Now Arthur sneaks off into like this store and finds look at dimensional storage rings, but he's not able to buy it because of the prices. And now Sylvie wants some mana cores to eat, but since there's been a lot of adventurers that have died, quests that have involved mana cores, like mana beasts and all that, have not really gained, like I guess, sponsored as quickly. So there's some issues with that. Now Jasmine doesn't want to join Brawl's party, but Arthur does because basically whatever quest they go on will be the last one before he enrolls in Cyrus Academy. And so Arthur wants like the last quest to be something memorable. So basically, the two of them joined the quest. Now Sylvie does not go with them. She doesn't. She's concerned. She doesn't like. Basically, doesn't like the feel of the dungeon that's being explored. It's an unexplored dungeon. Like that's basically what it is. We don't know exactly what's in the dungeon. And then, so one of the people I guess who's been dealing with sending mana beasts out, basically doesn't have control over I guess a new mana beast, but it's his final mission, so he's gonna like do it. It doesn't matter. So at least the question, okay, who is this guy? Why is he saying out man beast he can't control and get yeah, that's gonna be so interesting. So yeah, I thought it was a good episode. You know, basically obviously setting up this final quest before I guess, um you know like before Arthur goes to school and like basically it's everyone having the last hurrah before like so we'll see what happens. Yeah, like obviously Brawl's obviously not to be trusted. I think everyone like that's obvious. But yeah, I thought this was a good episode. Looking forward to the next one. Reborn is a vending machine. I now wander the dungeons. Season 3, episode 4. So in this episode, Boxo and Pity return to the island and are reunited with Lamis and Hulami. Now Boxo gives them some gifts, but Lamis and Hulami are jealous of Pity getting close to Boxo, especially with how Pity words things. And so basically they all try to find find basically destroy a base that's nearby in order to stop the or at least hinder the Netherlord's plans and try to find a way to break the curse that's on Kiriel's son in order to turn like basically the family against the Netherlord. And yeah, so and Boxo shows them all videos of Kiriel's son, with Solream. Now the base is deserted and the Straum Lord, which is called the Dog Mountain, is heading their way. Now, all the villagers they get out of there, you know, but before they arrive, so everyone, all the fires, they fight it, and Pity and Boxo they freeze the Dog Mountain, and everyone returns to Clear Flow Lake. Now, one thing happens, so Boxo helps Shirley get customers. Now, one of the guards, Dame Gorth, is into Shirley, and once Box was helping figure out basically what to get in order to basically woo her. So Boxo has Lami's, Hulami, and Suko help him, and basically so the four of them like tail Shirley, try to figure out what she does. They end up stopping some men from breaking in, and so on Shirley's day off, they follow Shirley, and they end up at the orphanage. And so basically, she's like donating some stuff to the orphanage. And Shirley was fully aware that she was being tailed. And so they all spend time in the orphanage. And Boxo shows Gorth, you know, video footage that he took of everything. Basically, Gorth says, well, that basically like he's not gonna try to I guess woo her yet. At this time, he'll just watch over, and basically he goes after the guys that were trying to break into her house. And apparently they were stealing her underwear. And and Shirley meant and basically so Shirley like basically time later Shirley walks out, mentions Boxer that someone been apparently someone been breaking in, but that had stopped recently. And it's obviously the Gore stopped the thieves. Now Gore shows up and basically he was wondering if he could basically the shop is closed, so obviously he can't really go inside and get a drink. So Boxo distributes like drinks from within his vending machine form to like Gorth and Shirley, and then Shirley comments if Boxo could drink, she'd find for evening drink with him. Gorth gets a little jealous, and that's how the episode ends. So yeah, I thought it was a good episode. So obviously now you have the team has a plan to basically try to break the curse off of Cariel's son, and then deal with the Netherlord, and then they all go back. Basically, becomes like a slice of life thing. So you have a little bit where Boxo distributes like more, I guess, modern clothing to everyone. And yeah, so let's see. I thought it was a good episode. Looking forward to the next one. Daredevil Born Again season 2 episode 6. So in this episode, so Vanessa is dead. Fisk is, obviously mourning the loss of his wife, and when her surgeon tries to console him, Fisk basically kills him, and lets the AVTF get moved Mr. Charles's weapons to like their own little like facility. Now Charles is pissed off, and he offers to help McCaffrey get Fisk out of office. And Charles also sends like people to attack Jessica Jones. Now Jessica Jones was obviously everyone knows from like the Netflix Marvel stuff. She has superpowers from the car accident. She's a PI. Basically, so Charles tried to recruit her, I guess, sometime before, but she said no. Now she has since had a daughter named Danielle. Now, in the comics, Jessica Jones uh, marries Luke Cage and has a daughter named Danielle with her, or Danielle with him. So like basically so yeah so and then so now and it's not confirmed whether or not Danielle is Luke Cage's daughter. That is not confirmed yet. It probably is the case because in Luke Cage season 2, basically Claire had basically like dumped him, and they've not been shown to reunite. So that did leave the room open for Jessica and Luke to go at it again. And so now Jessica like beats up those CIA guys and stops her daughter from playing with a flash grenade. Yeah, that would not be good. Now Jones's powers have been kind of screwy. I guess since giving birth, they've not been as effective. But she goes with Daredevil to the AVTF warehouse to destroy the weapons. And now Cashman, so basically like that, the assassin for Kingpin, tells Blake to give BB false information. It's basically everyone that it's like an open secret, I guess, amongst the inner circle that BB's the one leaking stuff. And so Cashman's idea is to have Blake give BB false intel, and then Cashman gets Glenn to try to like imitate Muse. Now and so now Daredevil takes Bullseye to the Resistance's hideout. So Bullseye's like recovering. Karen wants to kill Bullseye because what happened with Foggy, and Karen thinks basically if Kingpin was just killed, like basically that would fix everything. Daredevil doesn't want to cross that line, and like she does not want, like Daredevil does not want to do that. Like, and like Karen like even points a gun point blank at Bullseye, is about to kill him, but Daredevil stops her. And now the info that Blake tells BB is that basically fit like Kingpin is not gonna run for re-election. And she decides not to leak it. She decides not to leak it, and now Blake confronts her about previous leaks. And and then now outside City Hall, basically there's like a bunch of protests going on, like against Kingpin. You have people like wearing some Daredevil mask, like protesting his policies. And Karen joins the protest, and the protest it gets heated, like it gets heated, and so Karen basically projects some like the film testimonies about like the Red Hook prison and all that, and so the ABTF member that was like helping the resistance is killed, and the guy that kills him basically frames it like, and so Saunders named the officer, Connor Powell, who's one of the officers, who's like the lead officer. He kills Saunders and blames vigilantes for it. And so that basically the protest, like it just goes insane, turns to a full out brawl. It's a riot. Daredevil confronts Kingpin. He offers a way to resolve things peacefully, so where neither one will end up killing the other. It's for both of them to leave New York. Now Kingpin basically says no, and so the fight happens. Daredevil beats Kingpin but spares him, and now during the riot, whatever, Powell holds Karen at point blank. So now we'll see what happens there. So yeah, I did not like this episode. Like there's some dumb things with this. Like, okay, why is BB still alive? BB's leaking stuff. Like, just freaking, just freaking kill her. Like really, Kingpin should like freaking Blake should be dead. Like he accidentally gave like, and he was given a second chance. Like he was given a second chance. Like, and that's the fact. I mean, like they were given like he Blake was given a second chance, and he is screwed up. Like you would think that Kingpin would just have him killed. Now, Blake is loyal, and his stuff was basically accidental. But at some point, it's like, I mean, Bibi Urich, I mean, her father basically was killed by Kingpin. I mean, you know, like, really, like, she should be under, like, more suspicion. I mean, it's such dumb stuff. Like, the whole, basically, there's a bunch of stuff, like, also, you have, Daredevil. Like, Daredevil helping Kingpin just didn't make sense in the first place. It's like, why is he helping him? Like, just freaking. Like, well, entire last episode just didn't need to happen. They could just, had, okay, Vanessa dies, moving on. Like, and why is Daredevil taking Bullseye to the Resistance's lair? He's obviously not trustworthy, and okay, and he's not a vigilante. Bullseye is not a vigilante. He's an assassin. Like, dude, they basically had the ABTF saying, "Oh yeah, all the costume people, they're all vigilantes. Vigilantes fight crime. Like, they're not like basically bank robbers or like some random thugs on the road. No, they are vigilantes fight crime. Like, basically, it's called vigilante justice. And debate the merits of vigilantes, but you know, but yeah, this isn't like King like Bullseye is not like Punisher. Bullseye's just a straight up villain. Like Punisher is a wholly different character. Like really follows Daredevil, I would just left Bullseye there. Like let him like just let him and Kingpin hash things out, see what happens. If they take each other out, okay, we're square. I mean, dude, there's such dumb things. And dude, this whole like, what is up with the freaking protest? Like, you would think like with Vanessa's death that there would be a lot more sympathy for Kingpin amongst the populace since a lot of them were dumb enough to vote for him. And yeah, but then you have all these Daredevil masks. It's like, was like, when the frick is this going on? And it's like, what the frick? Like it's like there's so much nothing this season. It's like, did you really need 6 episodes for this? Like it is so retarded. Like like there like it is just stupid. Like basically like there's been no setup for anything. Like if you're gonna set up all this like dude like Blake should be dead, BB should be dead. Like both of them should just be killed by Kingpin or Cashman, like under Kingpin's orders. And like yeah, it is so dumb. And like what's the point of Glenn? Like that is like what is Glenn's purpose in this show? Like what really is her purpose? Like she hates vigilantes, but she's basically about to become a serial killer. Like she's about to become like Muse, like another Muse. Like it's like what the frick? I was like, so you're just gonna like? I mean, it's like so you just gonna become a serial killer who kills vigilantes, and yet you hate vigilantes? Like it's a little hypocritical. I mean, it seems like that's what they're saying up. Like it's gonna like it's yeah. Like dude, it's like there's so many logical issues with this. It's like what the frick? But yeah, I don't like this episode. I'll watch the next one. Classroom the Elite, season 4, episode 7. So in this episode, so obviously everyone's still preparing for the island, special exam, and so everyone's trying to figure out what teams to do. So second and third years have to be up to 3 people. First years can be up to 4. So you have negotiation, between some first years. So you have Takeo Yagami trying to negotiate with Hosen Kazuomi. Basically, Yagami recommends that since they can do 4, they can get the strongest team. Hosen agrees as long as basically I guess with he's able to get 2 other people from his class in. And yeah, so then you have so Aina Koji and Kushida are they're approached by Yagami. Well, Yagami asked for Kushida to have to arrange a meeting with Aina Koji. So during the meeting, Yagami mentions the like the bounty, the 20 million point bounty. Kushida was not aware of it, and don't think she necessarily knows why there's a bounty. And then you have yeah, and so basically, and Yagami says he's not wanting to do it. That he claims he doesn't now. If I'm not gonna say anything, but yeah, a guy just straight up saying that it's like it's a little suspicious, especially really I would say never trust. Um, my opinion, I wouldn't trust anyone in that school completely. If they're all freaking scumbags, in my opinion. Like the ones who aren't scumbags are yeah. Now, what's interesting is Yagami knows about Kushia's past. Like, so Kushia's concern, like, basically that she wants to get rid of him soon. Yeah. And then, yeah, so, and yeah, like all the other stuff going on. So you have Amisawa, Nanase, and Hojin meet up. Like they meet up and basically they like and so they like Hojin Pros they were all work there as a team of three and basically they agree to plan like basically so if they expect get Koji expelled, Hojin gets all 20 million point. Well, let's see. Well, Hojin gets the credit. Amasawa gets all 20 million points, and Hojin agrees because basically, I guess if he has the gets the credit, like I guess that gets him some, I guess, street cred, and I guess that's worth 20 million points. I would disagree with that, in my personal opinion. I mean, but obviously, Hojin definitely seems like a guy who would put a lot of like emphasis on street cred. So we'll see. You know, we'll see what happens. But yeah. So we'll see. Like it looks like it's interesting. You have a lot of these like characters, like different factions being formed. So yeah, I thought this was a really good episode. Looking forward to the next one. Dorohedoro season 2, episode 6. So in this episode, so ends like spores like just go haywire. Like so you see a bunch of mushrooms grow and like so he fights Kaimon and Naikado and basically spores grow within each of those two. And so then now while I was going so Ebisu dies, like she's killed, due to the fight with like the fake Ebisu. And that causes some magic that was on Paimon to like basically go away, and so Paimon gets his real face back. Like he loses the lizard head and his lizard head, and so his real face, like, well, it looks like Aikawa. Now before that fight, like Kaimon couldn't sleep, and he comes across these cross eyes, and they ask him if he's Aikawa, because he says he's friends with Risu. And so yeah, you have a bit where basically so the guy inside Kaimon's throat was Risu's curse magic. And basically what how it's possibly acted was like Aikawa possibly killed Risu and got trapped inside Kaimon, dude, and basically because like something with Ebisu's magic getting in the way, whatever. Now you have these flashbacks about so the Cross Eyes talk about their boss, and basically the boss was a human from the hole named I Coleman, and basically so Kaiman's like revived, and basically it's implied that now the Cross Eye boss looks like Aikawa, so it's basically possible that Kaiman is the boss of the Cross Eyes. It's Kaiman saved by Kawajiri, and then Nikaido is like returned to being like En's partner. So we'll see like what happens next. But yeah, that it went freaking insane. Like it was an insane episode. Like with all the stuff like basic going on. It's like what the heck? Like definitely kind of insane. So we see Kaiman's face. So we see that. So that's a big deal. That is a big deal. Like definitely, we're gonna see what happens rest of this season. We'll see. Like, however, like what mysteries are there regarding the cross eyes? Because obviously there's a lot of questions now. So yeah, I thought it was a good episode. Looking forward to the next one. Star Wars Maul Shadow Lord, season one, episodes 5 and 6. So in these episodes, so Imperial force led by Lieutenant Blake and an Inquisitor named Merrick. They arrive in Janek City, and so they, basically take over the whole like, investigation into like Maul and all that. So now, and so honestly, it comes from so basically the Empire wants to interrogate anyone who might have hid stuff. So Chief Kleiss is interrogated first, and she's not seen again. So we don't know what happens. Blake uh, tells Lawson that she was currently transferred. Now, Lawson's questioned by Merrick, and Lawson claims that he came across Maul during an ambush in Janix in the lower levels. And basically, he's let go. So now his son Riley contacts his mother Drea, who works for the Empire. I don't know what exactly. And basically, I guess Riley wants Drea's advice. I guess about what's going on. Drea's like first when Riley says that Lawson being interrogated by the Empire, Drea's like, what do you do now? And Andrea says, "Yo, yeah, just cooperate." The basically she's like, I guess, pro Empire. Now Riley tries to visit Lawson, but Two Boots takes basically turns him away, and then Blake's not happy about a civilian being there. And Two Boots says, "Hey, Riley's just leaving," and basically Two Boots escorts Riley out. Now Lawson goes back to his house, and so basically, so Rookcast wants to want basically wants for Shack Collector to get out of the system. Maul wants to stay in order to make Devin his apprentice. Why he's so obsessed, I don't know. Like why he's obsessed about having an apprentice. Now Devin wants to confront Maul. Docky wants to get out of the city. Now Docky tries to use the giant mind trick in order to get past some Imperials, but well, one of them sees like the guy just let him go with like you don't need to see identification, and the guy's like, "Wait, why'd you let him go without your see well, looking at your identification?" He's like, the trooper who was the trick, my trick, he was like, "Wait, hang on, stop there." So that leads to a chase, and so Devin and Docky they hide out in Lawson's like apartment. They find it somehow, and now basically Lawson doesn't want to get involved. He wants basically them to leave. Now Merrick is somehow able to find out that um Devin and Docky are in the apartment. Not explained. I mean, it's not explained. I mean, and thing is, they could explain like, let's say like he was like basically trying to read Lawson's mind, noticed and learned about the Jedi. And that's when okay, you can say okay, he sensed his mind about the Jedi, knows where his apartment, figure out where his apartment is to do check there. That would they should have explained that should they should have put that explanation. It's like, yeah, he just shoved his lightsaber through the door. Okay, well, explain that. Yeah. And so Merrick, investigates no, before that, Merrick investigates like where the fight, the whole ambush was at, and sees evidence of Maul's lightsaber duel with Docky and Devin. And yeah, so and then now Merrick arrives at the apartment and duels Docky and Devin. And so Docky and Devin, they steal an Imperial gunship to escape with Lawson and Riley. And basically they're shot down whenever they're in the total chase. Now Maul learns about all this and plans to intervene. Now Vario's concerned about basically you know dealing with the Empire, and like he's like, hey, this was a part of the deal. Maul says, hey, Vario's free to take a chance with the Empire. Vario decides to stay behind because I guess he probably has a better chance of living staying with Maul than dealing with the Empire. So Lawson takes Riley, Docking Devin to meet Soul, who's a former bounty hunter who I guess worked with Lawson years before before he was a detective. I guess he traveled around and basically they helped each other out. Now Lawson asks for help in getting off the planet, but the Empire arrives, and basically and so Lawson and Docky they hold out the stormtroopers while Devin and Riley escape. Now Merrick chases the two of them, and Devin duels Merrick. Maul arrives to help and basically helps Devin defeat Merrick, and they're able to escape. Now Merrick contacts basically his master about to confirm that Maul's on the planet and to confirm that there are Jedi on the planet. And Merrick says that Maul's a bit basically more dangerous than they anticipated. Okay, here's my problems with that bit. Maul is a known former Sith Lord. He was personally trained by Darth Sidious, the current Emperor. Like he received years of training in the dark side from the current Emperor. What retard would not think that he's freaking dangerous? Like you might need multiple Inquisitors to deal with him. Like Maul's not a small fry. Like that's not like he is not a small fry. He's a bigger threat than probably most of the Jedi that are still alive. I mean Maul. I mean, well, there's the whole deal like the whole I guess fact that the well, I'm still pissed the whole Maul has to rebuild the Shadow Collective again. Like how many times is he gonna lose it? Like basically, Siege of Mandalore was like yeah, he was basically like, hey, we're gonna go in the high a little bit, and basically it's supposed to be like, yeah, he's gonna handle things from I guess in underground. That's what it's supposed to be like. This should be like Sopranos, like where basically in the Sopranos, yeah, all the mobsters, they were basically top of their game. They weren't yeah, you had investigations, but they weren't like a broken, you know, basically criminal organization. Like even though there was some issues with who was going to be the boss, like at least in the first season, like you didn't basically it was a functioning criminal organization. That's how it worked. Like, but this it's like how many times is it gonna be freaking losing? It's like like at one point is he just not gonna wipe out the Pikes and Black Suns and just get so and basically it's like yeah whoever sides with me you take over their business. Like really at one point it's like everyone else just dies. Like really at one point is like this is so retarded. Like it is such a bad Like, there's some dumb stuff with this. Like, so, yeah, I have some questions with all this. So this is supposed to set up like Devin, like starting her little being mentored by Maul, you know, basically yeah. And so you would think, okay, Maul is there. Merrick's saying, yeah, I basically saying he's more dangerous, basically saying he needs help. So is Darth Vader going to arrive? I mean, really, is this really is Vader going to arrive? Which Maul kind of was wanting that in Siege of Mandalore because he wanted Anakin to arrive because he wanted to kill Anakin because he had the vision about Anakin becoming Sidious's apprentice. Yeah, there's some questions here. Like, gosh, how freaking retarded. I'm sorry, ooh, Mo is routine. How do you not think that former Sith Lord is dangerous? Like, really? A lot of Inquisitors, in Rebels, the two Inquisitors in season two, the two main ones, they traveled in pair, they were basically paired up. So it's okay, you had multiple. Okay, it might be a good idea to have, I don't know, multiple Inquisitors there for that. At least two, maybe three. I mean, gosh. It is so retarded. There's some questions regarding this. I mean, I mean, it's frick. I'm and Merrick's supposed to, I guess, survive all the way to Ahsoka, to that show. Gosh, how freaking retarded is this this prick? I was I was what the frick? But yeah, I thought it was a dumb episode. These were dumb episodes. Why? Why? I'll finish this show. And that's it. Did y'all like the stuff I reviewed? And if you have your own opinions about all that, you put all that in the comments. Thank you for watching, and like, subscribe, and all that. And look forward to the next video.